Hey y'all, this is Kristen, WTFKristen.com. We're going to start talking about how to prepare your firearm for dry fire practice or whatever. You need to start with making safety a priority and a habit. And it starts with your first touch on a firearm. So I'm going to show you how to clear a firearm from the beginning. So stand by and I'm going to do that example in a second. Okay, so we're going to start with our case. Every firearm should have its own case, and that one is so you know which way it's pointing and it's not pointing towards you, and two is to protect your firearm. So this case here, which I'm using a towel just so you can see because my table's black, you can see from here, you can pretty much tell what direction your firearm is pointed. It's going to be pointed towards the camera. So when I open this case, it's not pointed at me. So what happens when you have a case that's square and you can't really tell? Yes, you probably could sit here and finger, bucket, and tell which way it's pointed. Or you can be genius and stick something at the top of it. So I have a patch stuck at the top of mine, so I know when I place it down, I'm going to open it like this, and I have the patch at the top, so I know it's going to be pointed towards the camera. So the first step is usually I place it on a firm table because you don't want to be trying to open it up holding it, because what can happen, it could fall, and then maybe you might try to catch it, which, first step, please don't try to catch it. Just think of it like a knife. If it was a knife and you dropped it, would you try to catch a knife? No. So I also like to have a sturdy hand on it while I'm unzipping it so it has less chance of moving around. So I'm going to zip it up. I'm going to open it like I open a book. Even for your lefties, I've gone over this with a couple of my left-handed shooters. Open it. You're still going to open a book the same way. So you open it like a book, and then you grab the firearm and you set it aside. Now you don't have to worry about this flopping around. And you're going to pick it up with a gun finger. So you have a gun finger, place it down. Notice there is no finger on the trigger. And then you're going to do the first thing is you're going to drop your magazine if you have a magazine, or check it. So I do have a magazine in here because I practice these with students, so I go through this whole process. You drop the magazine with the mag release. The magazine is out. You can double check it by sticking your finger in here. If you didn't have a magazine, I like to lock it to the rear because I like to show my students, and I can look through here and then I look down. It's an extra step to make sure that it's not, that there's nothing in it. I release the slide, I point it in a safe direction, I do it like I would do anything else, and take a good dry fire shot. You'll always practice good habits with pulling the trigger. You don't want to just, pull the trigger and not pay attention to what you're doing, because now you're training your brain and your finger. You can slap the trigger, and that you don't have to point in a safe direction. You don't have to have your eyes on your sights. That is not okay. Let's not do that. If for some reason you can't lock it with the slide lock, you can hold it back, look in the barrel, and then look down. Keep in mind, you should not be doing this, because now you're pointing it up, or you should not be doing one of these things. Now you're pointing it down. You can bring your eyes, move your eyes and the gun in a manner that where you can see it. So again, slide back, I'm going to look this way, and then I'm going to pull and I'm going to look down. That's giving me the extra, you'll see basically your feet or etc. So that's the other way, and then of course you do your dry fire shot. Then you're going to, when you're putting it away, you're going to create the same process. I'm going to double check that it's clear. I'm going to pull the trigger in a safe direction. And then if you want to load your magazine, which I have a stop in here, or you just leave your magazines to the side, but I'm doing this for my purpose because I use these guns for training. I'm going to put it back in, put my hand on top, and close it back. So now you've created a process to open it and pull it out to start your dry fire training, and a process to reload it back in, and do that every time. If I were to train a student every single day for the next 30 days, every time I pull out the firearm, I'm going to do that whole process. So hopefully that's helped you to be a little bit more comfortable with your firearm and to get to start your dry fire training or your live fire training. I hope that you do that when you go to the range as well. And if you have any questions, let me know. Subscribe, like, all the things, WTFKristen.com. Thank you and have a great day.